Hey everybody, welcome to the SkyLounge here to review some Arsenal action from yesterday. Of course, Premier League action, Arsenal hosting Crystal Palace as they drew 2-2. And listen, I'm not going to list you all the fucking nitty-gritty detail of what actually happened in this match. The reality is, Arsenal scores 2 within the first 10 minutes with the 2-minute differential between each goals from Socrates and David Luiz. And eventually, in the 32nd minute, they concede a penalty, and Jordan Ayew in the second half gets the equalizer. Now, yes, Socrates does get the 3-2 lead, but VAR rules no goal because there was a foul on the play by Callum Chambers, which, again, very questionable. But honestly, you add the kind of newness of VAR and the relative shittiness of the English FA, that's what you're going to get. My whole concern isn't with the football, so to speak, because we know how limited this football is right now. We know how predictable these results will be. If you see a 2-0 lead, you automatically think, okay, cool, we're probably going to lose 3-2, 4-2, maybe draw if we're lucky. And it's been a constant factor of irritants these last few months, just seeing this club falter in a sense, and no real fucking situation came up that really spoke to me about the disarray that this club is in than the Granit Xhaka incident. Now, we have to talk about this. We absolutely do have to talk about this. Granit Xhaka, named captain, was given the captaincy by the club, voted by the players and the manager and the coaching staff. And when the fans saw him getting subbed off yesterday, they clapped sarcastically as he stepped off the pitch. And yeah, from that kind of sarcasm, Granit Xhaka felt it, was disturbed by it. So what does he do? Something that hot-headed guys tend to do: emotionally react. And he throws off his captain's armband to the ground, takes off the Arsenal shirt, throws it at the ground, and more or less jeers back at the fans. Now, I'm not trying to defend Granit Xhaka from this incident, because as a captain, as a leader, right, as a person who is given that leadership role, you absolutely have to make it your prerogative to settle an example for the club. What you have done, throwing the captain's armband, throwing the shirt to the ground, that Arsenal Football Club shirt, not that specific color, by the way, because this is the alternative kit. I didn't want to bring my home kit today through the fucking Atlanta trip, so fuck you, don't judge me. But it's not just a shirt. It's not just a shirt that costs whatever many pounds or dollars to acquire it. It's the club itself, right? It's the symbol and philosophy of the club that you feel like you're walking away from and just kind of tossing out. And this is what's the real shame of it all. It's not all Xhaka's fault. And I don't, hate and blame the fans completely. But listen, you're jeering a guy who is trying his best despite the circumstances, all right? You see how fucking meek that midfield is? You think that's all on him? And I get the frustration. I'm a fan too. I'm a fan too. I'm a supporter. But it's frustrating what this football club has become. And really, this opinion has been growing and evolving through the last few months. But I think the club has to understand that Unai Emery is not the future. This is the unfortunate part of all of this, because the reality of saying something like this means someone may get fired in the end. And that's a harsh reality for anybody, in any job. But in relative terms, this club is stifled. We don't know what we're actually capable of, because you have a manager / head coach who is getting into ego fights with cats like Mesut Ozil, with cats like Granit Xhaka, or more or less putting him up as a scapegoat. And you are tactically naive to the point where before we play 90 minutes of football, you know exactly what the fuck is going to happen based on the lineup, based on how he plays the team within the first 10 minutes. And honestly, it's just getting to this point where I feel like I'm just talking to myself about this, right? I mean, essentially that's what I'm doing here, but it's immensely frustrating. It is. Unai Emery is somebody that I thought, wow, this guy could definitely take us somewhere, but didn't realize how much bridges he would burn to settle into mediocrity, because it's just not working. It's just not working. In my opinion, why not give Freddie Ljungberg the job? Why not give Freddie a chance? The guy who's been sitting there as an assistant coach, and hell, you may just need to bring Steve Bolt back. I really don't know what else to say about this whole situation. It's just become an absolute mess. And to top it off, yeah, we only got 1 point. From a result we could absolutely have 3 points in. You could blame the VAR, but quite frankly, our midfield sucks right now. You had Pepe, Lacazette, and Aubameyang all up front, but we just couldn't do anything. I mean, credit to Crystal Palace. Credit to Crystal Palace for getting the job done and getting it right. But it is frustrating that the football has turned into this for Arsenal. And unfortunately for us, we have more to look forward to this week, because there is going to be a League Cup match against Liverpool, at Liverpool, which, oh God, I don't even want to fucking talk about that shit. That's going to get me annoyed. But hey, here from Atlanta, boys and girls, I'm going to sign off for now. So follow me at the Sky Lounge, and all the links in the description below. Like, comment, subscribe for more daily contents. Now fuck off.